Good morning. I hope y'all are having a blessed day. The eclipse happened, but the pocket eclipse didn't happen. So we're all still here today, living this blessed life one day at a time. It was pretty neat to watch that, but it used to be a lot funner with my blackout parties, right? My name is Austin. I work here at Serenity House. I got clean here on October 19th of 2014. Serenity House is a big part of the community here in Abilene. We also have a campus in Fredericksburg. We've got medical detox, inpatient residential treatment, outpatient treatment, peer recovery coaching, and we've also got a youth prevention program that goes into the elementaries, junior highs, and high schools in the big country and teaches different curriculums to help kids make better choices and process their feelings. And so really grateful to be a part of it, Serenity House. Let's read the just for today. Acting out. We learn to experience feelings and realize they can do us no harm unless we act on them. Many of us came to Narcotics Anonymous with something less than an overwhelming desire to stop using. Sure, the drugs were causing us problems and we wanted to be rid of the problems, but we didn't want to stop getting high. Eventually, though, we saw that we couldn't have one without the other. Even though we really wanted to get loaded, we didn't use. We weren't willing to pay the price anymore. The longer we stayed clean and worked the program, the more freedom we experienced. Sooner or later, the compulsion to use was lifted from us completely, and we stayed clean because we wanted to live clean. The same principles apply to other negative impulses that may plague us. We may feel like doing something destructive just because we want to. We've done it before, and sometimes we think we've gotten away with it, but sometimes we haven't. If we're not willing to pay the price for acting on such feelings, we don't have to act on them. It may be hard. Maybe even as hard as it was to stay clean in the beginning. But others have felt the same way and have found the freedom not to act on their negative impulses. By sharing about it and seeking the help of other recovering people and a power greater than ourselves, we can find the direction, the support, and the strength we need to abstain from any destructive compulsion. Just for today, it's okay to feel my feelings. With the help of my sponsor, my NA friends, and my higher power, I'm free not to act out on any negative feelings. This is probably hard to believe, but once I got clean, there was lots of negative destructive patterns in my life that I needed to get rid of that didn't have nothing to do with drugs, right? I was toxic in lots of ways. I needed to mature emotionally in lots of ways, and I needed to get free from some inappropriate things, right? Some of those things were harder to stop than the using. It just, some things that I had been doing since I was a kid and I really needed freedom from, but I didn't think that I was harming myself or anybody. And I didn't realize it was the disease of addiction manifesting in other areas of my life and how much harm it was doing for my self-esteem, for my soul, right? There's lots of things that I was able to get free from, and I had to practice these principles. I had to use the fellowship, my sponsor, the other members, the step working process to get free from them. So I know that if there's something going on in your life, you can do the same. And it doesn't have to be like on a deeper rooted level like mine. It doesn't, mine all stemmed from some unforgiveness towards God, towards important people in my life early on. And I found out that there was a lot of other things that were coming from that. And I needed to really get to the root of the problem. Sometimes it's just as simple as I needed to learn how to not hurt people's feelings, right? I've gone through that. Like there's been so many levels in my recovery where I've had to get free from these things, these actions, these character defects, acting out, that because it harmed other people. And I'm the one that went home at night and thought about the harm. If I don't know whether they did or not, but I'm the one that would overthink it like a good addict, right? Overthinking it and replay it in my head. And so I'm no way or form or fashion perfect today, but through the step working process and being involved in the program and being honest with my sponsor, I've been able to get free from lots of things. And so I know that you can get free too. One of the most important things for me, and you hear lots of cliches in NA, and one of the ones that I had heard for a while but didn't really like get down in me until it was true in my life is that things grow in the dark and they die in the light of exposure. And I had some things going on in my life, and I called a friend and I shared with him, and he was living in another town, so I could share with him what was going on, because I didn't want to share around me with everybody around me what was going on, right? And I was able to call, and I remember he said, see, they die, they grow in the dark and they die in the light of exposure. And that was like a big day for me. It didn't immediately stop, but because I was able to start sharing about it, I was able to stop. Like, I was able to get free from it. Anyways, I hope that if there's any of you that are struggling, that you got things going on in your life that you're tired of doing. If you're anything like me, there was a long list of things that I needed to get tired of doing, right? And there was a lot of things that I needed to change. I'm not there yet, but man, I'm a lot better than I was 9 years ago when I got here. And some people can stand to be around me and love me these days. So I'm really grateful for that. I owe that to the program of Narcotics Anonymous and to Serenity House for exposing me to these programs that can help change my life. And so I hope y'all have a good day. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.